Hello and welcome to Producer Profile. Producer Profile is a show where we showcase some of the talented people who work behind the scenes in the entertainment, business, and local communities while making positive influences on the lives of others.
Welcome to Producer Profile. I'm your host, Stella Winston. Our guest today is the group Why Not. It includes the songstress Dee Dee LaVant and the percussionist Suave Bob. They've had a musical journey together for the past couple of years, and it includes professional gigs as well as working with children and young adults. I'd like to welcome Dee Dee LaVant and Suave Bob.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, thanks for coming. Okay, first of all, the name of your group is Why Not, but it's not spelled W-H-Y-N-O-T. It's spelled, how is it spelled?
Well, it's spelled W-I-N-A-U-T. Before it was Y-N-O-T, but we had to change that. We didn't want to change the name, but we had to change the spelling. So Bob went and looked it up in the dictionary, and that's what we came up with.
Oh, okay, you had to change the name.
Yeah. Right, we did.
All right. Now, how long have you been together as a group?
4 years.
Okay. And you also work with children?
Yes.
Okay. So before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about your background, Dee Dee.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you have a musical background that goes back to your childhood, and it started with your mother.
Right.
What was your mother's influence?
My mother's influence was she taught us how to sing, but she taught us classical. Because she was a vocalist as well. She sang with Duke Ellington and a lot of other bands. And she decided to come back to North Carolina, where she left us with our grandmother. And she trained us classically. And we started singing on a radio show in Lumberton, North Carolina.
Okay.
And we did that for about 3 years. And my mother wanted us to do TV, but at that time, you know, in North Carolina, it wasn't possible. And we came to New York to seek out a career in music. We had our debut at Carnegie Hall, and then from that time, we were singing professionally all over, you know, traveling. But mostly, it was hard to get jobs because people heard us sing and they thought, you know, that it might have been a different kind of group or something, and then when we got there, you know, we were black women singing classical music, and at that time it was difficult, so we changed and started singing gospel. Okay. And that's, you know.
And what was the name of the radio show?
Something for Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something for Everyone.
All right. But now your background is interesting because professionally as well, you have a science background.
Right.
Right. And you've always been in the music world, you sing.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, my mother told me, she said, singing is good. If you lose your voice, what are you going to do? Go to school for something else. And she insisted that I become a nurse. And that's what I did.
Okay.
And I still was singing, and so I was nursing for about a long time. Okay. You know, and I was still singing. And I just decided that I didn't want to be in nursing anymore, and decided to go into, you know, the Board of Education, you know, school system. Okay.
Now, the group Why Not? You have a CD coming up, isn't that true?
Yes.
It's coming out, and you're working on it now. What is the name of it?
Something old, new, borrowed, and blue.
It sounds like someone's getting married here.
Well, you can say it's a marriage of a lot of different styles of music. You know, that I borrowed some blues. I borrowed something from Donna Washington. Okay. I wrote some of the music, and the old is her. Okay. And the blue is her. The new is me. So you know what I mean?
The new is also could be the style.
Right.
Our style is also new.
And how would you describe your style, Suave Bob?
Our style is more of is jazz with a Latin flavor behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you'll be performing a little later on.
Yeah.
What song will we eventually hear?
You're going to eventually hear Drummer Boy.
Drummer Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. And it'll have a little Latin beat going on.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
Latin beat.
Okay. Now, the population of students that you work with are teenagers, but a lot of them are young adults, right?
Yes.
And they're sort of special. Tell me a little bit about that population that you work with.
Okay, the population is those students who, for whatever reason, were not able to make it in the traditional school system. We're an outreach high school. And we get young women who might have children, could be pregnant when they come, children who were delinquents in the regular high school setting. Some of our students come from a different country, and it's easy for them to make that transition if they come to a school where it's not a very large population. We have we should have 330, but this year we had way more because there's so many needy, you know, young people. They need to be in a school, so we took more than we should have.
Okay. And what is your role with them? What do you do?
Well, my role is mother, friend.
But you're okay.
Grandmother, no, I'm only
but you're
kidding.
also a drama teacher.
Yes,
you teach
I
them
am.
drama.
Really, yeah,
You teach
I
them
teach drama.
music.
Yes,
you
yes,
teach
I
them
do.
dance. You teach
I do.
them. You teach them
I do.
self-esteem.
Yes, I do.
And
I
where
do.
does that come in? The self-esteem, because we talked a little bit about that.
Right.
How do you build their self-esteem?
Well, you know, a lot of times young people don't feel that they can do things. And in the drama class, it helps them to see that once you decide that you want to do something and you decide to focus on it, and you see yourself doing it, you become a part of a group. In the drama class, it's like a family, and we support each other. You know what I mean? If they come in and they don't feel good, or somebody has other problems, we all like to get together and we nurture them, you know?
Okay.
And that helps them out. The self-esteem piece, I believe, is once they write a play and they perform it, then they really feel good.
Yeah.
And you can see it. It's like a light comes on, you know? And I have a student with me tonight that I had. Of course, he didn't have that kind of a problem. He's an excellent musician. But I don't know
And
what
he'll
is.
be playing with you
He'll be
tonight.
playing with us tonight. But I think that every opportunity that I get to allow the students to participate in something, to know that they can, and just keep pushing them along, you know what I mean?
Right.
When they don't feel like they want to be in school, I have to give them something or try to help them see the need to be there and why it's necessary for their future.
Now, Suave Bob, you collaborate with Dee Dee
Yes.
on this. What do you do
Well,
with the schooling?
In the schooling, I am a consultant. I work with Dee Dee in terms of the music classes as well as the drama classes, having the students, showing them techniques on how to play, getting them involved in creating their own music.
Okay. Now we have a clip of some of the work that you've done with your students at the school. So we're going to take a look at that right now.
Okay,
and
let's see what we have.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really good. Okay,
Okay.
let's go to the clip.
Come, they told me, pa-rum pum pum pum. A newborn king to see, pa-rum pum pum pum. Come, they told me, pa-rum pum 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 pum. A newborn king to see, pa-rum pum pum pum. I have no gift to bring, pa-rum pum pum pum, to lay before the king, pa-rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum. Mary nodded, pa-rum pum 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 pum. The ox and lamb kept time, pa-rum pum pum pum. I played my drum for him, pa-rum pum pum pum. I played my best for him, pa-rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum. So to honor him, pa-rum pum pum pum, pum pum, pum pum. Me and my drum. Mary nodded, pa-rum pum pum pum, pum 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 pum. The ox and lamb kept time, pa-rum pum 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 pum. I played my best for him, pa-rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum. Then he smiled at me, pa-rum pum pum pum, pum 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 pum, pum pum. Me and my drum. Me and my drum.
Well, we just had the pleasure of hearing the group Why Not, and they were playing a song from their upcoming CD, and it's called Drummer Boy, and it was songstress Dee Dee LaVant, percussionist Suave Bob, and they were accompanied by Tyrone Lewis. And I just want to thank you for coming to Producer Profile. That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
And when can we expect your CD to be out?
Well, hopefully the end of January.
Okay, end of January.
Yes, but I want to correct something. Drummer Boy is not on there.
No, it's not on there. Okay.
No, the other, we're doing the new music.
Okay.
And some of the down in Washington.
Okay.
Old stuff.
Old stuff. And what is that called? Something old?
Old, new, borrowed, and
blue. Okay, thank you again
Thank you
for coming to Producer and we're going to end Producer Profile with a John Coltrane piece called Impressions. So enjoy. And until next time, thanks for watching Producer Profile. Bye.